And then in the morning I do the same thing. What am I grateful for? Oh yeah, that's right, there was that. And all these good. And when you start looking for those things, you find more of them. Because when I notice that when I start looking for the other stuff, I can find that stuff too. Anybody want to find something they don't agree with, or want to argue with, or disagree with, or get upset about? Oh yeah, it's just a choice. That's all. It's a free choice. And you're free to choose just the same as I am. So in the middle of my meltdown, the opportunity was for me to use my voice and to not apologize for it. So in this moment, just look at your life, put your hand on your heart, just look at your life, and find the thing that gives you, in this moment of life, gives you the greatest joy. And just let that fill your heart to overflowing, whatever that might be. It could be music, it could be nature, it could be an infant, it could be love itself, it could be life itself. And just let that fill your heart with gratitude. And take a big breath there. And open your eyes. I love that. I love it so much. So I watched this movie by Joe Dispenza called Source. It's Within You. Anybody seen that movie, Source, It's Within You? How many people here have seen the movie? Okay, it's on YouTube. I did have to pay $4.99 for it, but then you can download it and keep it. It's really worth it, because what it's doing is, how many of you are familiar with, is anybody not familiar with Joe Dispenza? Let me say that. Is anybody not familiar with Joe Dispenza? Okay, a couple of people. Okay, Cliff Notes. Joe Dispenza was a professional bicycle rider, like, you know, in France, the one they do like that, got hit by a truck, was paralyzed in bed on his back for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, I'm not sure how long, but he was flat on his back, couldn't move, and he decided to use his mind. I don't know where he got the idea, but he decided to use his mind, like visualize it. Well, because he's an athlete. And if you're a professional athlete, you are disciplined. So he knew how to discipline himself. And he said, I can't do anything with this body right now, but I can use my mind. So he decided to use his mind to visualize himself riding his bike. And he went through what is it called in France? What's it called? The what? Tour de France. And he'd done it before. So he could do the Tour de France. And he was like, oh yeah, there was that curve, and then there was that hill. So over time, he got his body back, he got his life back, and I think that's where he must have gone so deep to come from a place of total paralysis to being fully alive again. The only place he could have gotten what he's doing now. So he does these retreats, and they're usually a week long in 7 days, and he takes people into deep meditations, and on the last day, they meditate from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., and you're not allowed to leave the room. Or if you do leave the room, you can't come back in. So that's a 4-hour meditation, and what they're learning is, this is the bottom line what I got for me. It's about letting go of control. It's really bottom line for all of us. I don't care where we're at or what we want or don't want or anything. It's about control. And he says, well, you can get to that place where you are no one, no thing, nowhere, in no time. You are pure consciousness. And your consciousness is vast, intelligent, and limitless. Your intelligence is the field, is, Ernest Holmes called it the ether, is the divine, is consciousness. And consciousness is everywhere. So you are everywhere in consciousness already, right now. But we have somehow limited ourselves to this space and feel like this is all we've got, but it isn't. It's not. It's not. So through these long meditations, he trains people to let go of everything. And, oh, here's a little quick one. I'll do this one really quick with you. You'll love it. Close your eyes. Take a breath first, and then close your eyes. Just for just a moment. Exhale. Settle. And now it is time to see beyond the sky. What can you see beyond the sky? Nothing. A space with no concepts, no pictures. A pure space beyond the sky, completely without disturbance. Nirvana. This is your nature. Peace. Breathe that in. And exhale. And come back. That's from a book called Meditations for Daily Stress by Michel Pascal. I love it. Every meditation in there is on nature. It's on waves and the wind, and I love that one, See Beyond the Sky. So in this source within you, so what he's done is, because healings were taking place, and now the whole he's been doing it for years, so now all the skeptical scientists who are skeptics, they go in not expecting, not believing, you got to prove it to me, and they prove it to. So people get picked, so they do like 2,000 people at a time. And that's about how many. And people get randomly chosen before the event begins to be part of the medical experiment. So they go through and they take all their vitals. They do throat, they do swabs, they do everything, blood, they do everything. They put stuff on their heads, they do everything. And then afterwards, they test them again. And they see that everybody in there, after a week of long meditations, their brains have changed. How have they changed? Very often, they're very chaotic. Our brains are operating in a chaotic kind of state. And through these meditations, and they're guided, he tells them stuff, you know, kind of like I just did with you. And wasn't it quick how we could go there and find that? So we need to be able to do that through our week and through our month and through our life, because life just keeps hitting us upside the head, doesn't it? So I need to be able to breathe and go back to that. So, oh shoot, don't lose it. So the scientists go in and then they check them afterwards, but healings are taking place. Cancer gone. Cystic fibrosis gone. Wheelchairs gone. And here's the thing, it's about heart-mind coherence. So heart-mind coherence is taking that chaotic stuff going on in our brains, because, you know, there's a lot of noise and there's traffic, and then there's the money, and then there's the kids, and then I got to go, the career is not working, and I don't know, my body hurts, and I don't know where to go, and I don't know what. That's the chaos that life throws at us. So what the heart-brain coherence is bringing all of that chaos into a point right here. And when he gets a room full of people who have meditated for 3 to 7 days, and who have now gone beyond the sky, and who know that they're pure consciousness, pure love, pure joy, pure happiness, pure beauty, and all that, then the body can let go of what was called to it because of the chaos that life had, that we found ourselves living in. And I go back to that 12 steps. She says, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I'm telling you that it's possible. And here's my thought. Oh, this is the piece that came to me about the heart-brain coherence. Every single time in your life that you made a decision, a life-changing decision, and you made the decision and you followed through and you did what you said you were going to do, I think that's heart-brain coherence. I think that's what that is. So, because what it is you eliminate everything that says, no, you can't. No, it's too hard. No, it's too far. No, it's too expensive. I don't know the right people. Wasn't born in the right family. I don't live in the right town. It's not the right year. I'm too early. I'm too late. I'm too old. I'm too young. It's blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Everything. you consciously chose to eliminate everything that tried to stop you and said, I'm doing it, no matter what. I want to hear you say that. No matter what. Stamp your foot. No matter what. So I remember in the mid-'70s, late '70s, I decided to go back into acting because I'd gotten away from it, started as a child. I decided to go back, so I signed up at Strasberg West. Lee Strasberg was the hottest thing out there at the time. Marlon Brando, Marilyn Monroe, all the biggies went to Strasberg. So I could see myself at this rehearsal with the person, and I was crying because everything was getting in my way to stop me from doing what it said I wanted to do. It's like the whole world just said, bang, 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 bang. And in that moment, I got it. This was the universe saying, is this the real deal? Or are you just having fun here? And I went, no, this is the real deal. This is part of what I came here to give. All these gifts were not given to me to sit in my living room and entertain myself. They were given to me to share with the world in whatever way that might be, to share with the world. So, in that light bulb moment, I understood. We stopped fighting, we stopped arguing, we're past the pros and cons. We say, this is it, I'm doing it. This is from a quote from Ernest Holmes, and he's calling it faith. That anchoring into that knowing who you are, what you are, where you are. He says this, faith is a mental attitude which is so convinced of its own idea, which so completely accepts it, that any contradiction is unthinkable and impossible. Before that can happen, there must be nothing left in the subconscious mind or thought which can contradict that objective affirmation. So anybody have anything come up? When you make that decision, you're going to do that thing, you're going to go back to school, get the degree, you're going to change careers, you're going to move to a different city, you're going to get married, you're going to not be married, you're going to whatever it is, those huge decisions. And then stuff comes up and goes, maybe not. Did you think about this? All that stuff. You have to know the divine chose to incarnate here as you. Say that the divine chose to incarnate here as me. The divine chose to incarnate here as me. And everywhere you go, you are the divine sharing your divinity. And isn't it marvelous how unique we all are? I went to, my granddaughter got engaged yesterday. So there was a surprise engagement party. And I'm meeting now, that's my youngest son has 4 girls. So this is the second one. And I'm getting to meet all these other families, in-laws are all coming in. I'm getting to meet all these people, and we just keep expanding and expanding and expanding. And we're all so different. And that's the beauty, that we're not supposed to be Stepford wives. We're not supposed to be cookie cutter copies of each other. That's our beauty. And that's your strength, that's your gift. So honor your gift. Thank you for that so much for in your song. Honor your gift and know that it's valuable. And if you don't give that gift, the world will never have it, because there will never be another you. There will never be another you. So think about that. I'm going to read that again. Faith is a mental attitude which is so convinced of its own idea, which so completely accepts it, that any contradiction is unthinkable and impossible. And I know you've done that. So that was one of the things. The other thing, I made a decision. I live in a townhouse community, And one of my friends I noticed was walking one day with a cane, and she had a full body brace on top of her clothing. And she'd had her 3rd spinal surgery, and 3 months had passed, and she had to go back to work, and she said, I'm not ready. I'm still in a lot of pain. I'm not ready. And I wanted to support her so badly. And then I thought about all the women who in my community who are alone, like me, you know, who we tend to outlive our spouses. So what are we going to do with the next 10, 15, 20 years of our lives? And I decided to start women's circles, gatherings in my home. And I went to ChatGPT and I said, this is my idea. Could you give me some ideas? And I put it all together, and the title I came up with was Wise, Wild, Wonderful Women. And we've had our first meeting, there were 5 of us, then they brought friends, the second one, there were 7 of us. And so I decided, Spirit told me, that the world needs this. Our country needs this. We used to live in our communities, and we knew our neighbors, and we hung out together, and we just naturally helped each other, because we didn't think anything. It wasn't a big deal. We never told anybody. It was just what we did. And I think we've lost some of that. While the internet connected us, our phones have isolated us. And I think that's a piece of the malaise that we're feeling as a country, as a nation, as a people. So I put together a 20-page, 12-month guide for women's circles called Wise, Wild, Wonderful Women. And I had the IT person help me with the details. I put it together with ChatGPT, but then I didn't know how to do it right, so she had to do it over, blah, blah, blah. And she'd worked so hard on it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. What I sent her from ChatGPT was so pretty, and I loved it. And what I got back was big, heavy black block letters. And I kept trying to make myself go, it'll be okay. But it wasn't okay in my heart, because it's for women. So, you know, we want it to be beautiful. We want feminine. We want beauty. So I finally had to call her and say, I think I'm going to have to hire you outside of this production circle that I'm in at $175 an hour so I can get it the way I want it. She said, well, tell me what you like about it. She wasn't off-put by my saying that. I did not want to do it. See, using my voice to speak my truth and without apology. I think I did apologize, but that's all right. I'm practicing. I'm getting there. She said, no problem. She said, we can meet next week. So she said, well, you want this there, you want that there, la, 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 la. She said, we want to meet next week. And I said, I think we're done. So she took everything that I had to say and say, she said, I'll work on that and I'll get it to you by the end of the week. Just like that. But I made it such a big deal. I did. And that was part of my meltdown, because I wasn't happy and I had to make everybody else happy. And in order to do that, I had to make myself miserable. Where did I get that piece of blah, blah? Not good, not good. So, yeah, so it's about speaking our truth without apology. So, it's going to be available. It's going to be on my website, nancyb-freetobe.com. nancyb-freetobe.com. They're going to be downloadable, 20 pages with a theme, different theme for every month, with prompts and quotes and yummy stuff like that. And no experience required, just like my bachata class. I can do bachata without a partner because I do it through the Parks and Recreation, so we all dance with everybody, and it's very fun. And I love bachata. I'm learning, anybody do Latin dance? I'm learning the cuddle and the, what's the other one, the really hard one? I can't remember the name of it right now. Anyway, I'm learning all this stuff, and it's so much fun. So think about it. Would you like to start a circle? In my living room. I mean, you can do it online. I sit at my living room. Just invite. And so I printed out some little flyers, and I walked around and knocked on a few doors. And once they figured out I wasn't some weirdo, trying to get their money or something, I don't know, they kind of liked the idea. And 4 women came I made it the first Thursday of every month from 11 to 12, so it'd be easy to remember. That was part of what I was told to do. First Thursday. 3 of the 4 people sent me thank yous after that first meeting. Thank you so much for bringing us together. We're getting to know people in our community again. I'm like, one of the gals would love to drive us any place we want to go. Like, I sprained my ankle. I told you I fell in a hot tub on July 4th, sprained my ankle and banged my ribs and busted myself up a little bit. So I couldn't drive, but I had to get to the bank. I had to get my prescription. So I went and knocked on the door of the people next door who just moved in and said, I need help. And they said, no problem, we'll be happy to help. But people are like that. But how are we going to know if we don't knock on the door and say hi? So think about that. In about a month or so, they're going to be up, so we can start in January if we want to. Think about it in your community. There's probably 85 townhomes in my community, and at least a third of them are single women who it's community, conversation, and connection. That's what we come together for, community, conversation, and connection. Come be seen, be heard, be appreciated, and be supported. So that's what I'm bringing out, and I'm very excited about it. It's going to be, so we're going to launch it in a couple of weeks. So I want to end by reading these. I've been doing the Joe Dispenza meditations. Anybody do any of the Joe Dispenza meditations? Well, I do them every day. I've been doing them for a long time. But this one is called Today is the Best Day of My Life. And he just keeps, it's about 20 minutes of positive affirmations. And I love it. So I want to end with these. And at the end, I'll just go into prayer, okay? So, and you're going to repeat these after me, right? You ready? Yeah. Okay. Today is the best day of my life. I wake up every morning filled with gratitude and purpose. I am a powerful creator, shaping reality with my thoughts. I am free from worry and full of faith. I focus on the good, and the good expands. I embody the mind of a successful person. My confidence grows stronger every day. Joy is my birthright, and I claim it now. And today is the best day of my life. And so it is. So this is what I know. Right where I am, all the power, all the creativity, all the intelligence, all the vastness of the universe, all the limitlessness of the universe is here where I am as me. And I claim that for myself now. I embody it. I walk in it. I live in it. I breathe in it. I sleep in it. I eat in it. I am it. And everything I know and accept to be true for myself, I know and accept to be true, not only for everyone in this space, but everyone online as well, whether you're watching it now or in the future. This is the truth. The divine has chosen to incarnate itself as you. And I invite you in this moment to honor that divinity that you are. And even when we forget, then we forgive ourselves. And when we remember, we celebrate. And we celebrate it in each other. And we encourage one another. We encourage one another to see and embrace the divinity in them, the gifts that they have to share. And we thank them for it. And we say it out loud. We don't just think it in our mind, how great they are, how generous they are, how kind they are, how giving they are. We tell them out loud. And it feels good. The more we focus on our good, the more our good expands. So I am so, so grateful in this moment to be an incarnation of the divine, to see and feel it in every one of you, to know it as the truth, and to speak it aloud with never an apology. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to speak this word, to allow Spirit to speak its word through me, as me. And I release it now as law. I let it be so. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.